The important thing to remember is that APEC really is a forum. It has no treaty, it has no binding obligations, so it's very much a diplomatic meeting. All the decisions are made by consensus, and so it's a very loose organization, but actually that looseness might be ideal for the very fragmented economic environment that we currently see globally, right? So amidst the tensions that we see between the major trading blocs, the fact that you have this very soft, diplomatic, consensus-based organization might actually be more favorable to reaching some sort of a positive outcome. And so I actually have quite high expectations that something might take place insofar as we might see signals of a willingness to engage towards future trade cooperation. What we've often seen in APEC is that it becomes an incubator. It's often the term that's used because it's the birthplace of ideas that then are developed further on. The growth of the Asian Pacific region since the 1980s is often referred to as, the Asian Pacific miracle. So far as experts, economists, and political scientists are still debating all the reasons why that explain it, all the factors behind this economic miracle. But there's consensus over some of the basic fundamental factors. The first one is that this growth was export-driven. So firms were responding to demand from especially the West. That demand came from countries that still had open markets. So the United States, for instance, during this period, the 80s, the 90s, the early 2000s, maintained open markets. The state in China, in South Korea, in Japan was quite present, but it was responding to global market signals. So it offered support rather than trying to insulate the markets from external pressure. Another factor is very high domestic savings rates. Citizens in these countries, across the entire Asia-Pacific region, saved a lot, often double the savings rate of similar countries in the West. So it led to investment in the economy, in education, in infrastructure that could come from within the country rather than relying on external borrowing and debt. A third factor might simply be luck, right? So this is a period during which energy costs are quite low, during which the rest of the world is quite open, providing this great demand. There's this line about how luck is a little bit like rain. So you need a bucket to catch it. And the Asia-Pacific region during that time had that bucket, right? So it had what sometimes experts call absorptive capacity. It was able to take advantage of these favorable conditions because it had high education, high literacy, and the ability to invest and to keep investing. Right, so during this period, then we see this great growth that is able to fuel further growth. There's a bit of wage suppression, so consumption remains low and the savings keep getting reinvested and creates this positive cycle of growth.